Okay, hey guys again. I've just finished recording my video where I show you the outside of the ship, so now this is going to be showing you the inside of the ship. So let's get inside right now. So basically I can come in the ship here and come out the back if I want to. You can go anywhere in the ship from any of the entrances. There's an entrance here. You can come up here and walk in that little passage up there. There are stairs in that section right here that leads you to the upper floors. And if I want, I could come out the back from the command room, or I can come in here and get in this area. Anyway, there are ways to go all around the ship. Now, while I was working on that ship, the update that released these new LCD screens came out, so I decided to use them and you know, to help people navigate inside the ship and find their way inside the ship. So as you can see, this here says mechanical room, and it says, you know, what you're gonna find in here. So let's go right there right now. So okay, first you see a bunch of gyroscopes. These are the gravity generators used to propel the ship forward. Right now they're all turned off, obviously, because if they were turned on, I would be I would be propelled to the end of that room and I would go splat in the wall. So there's quite a lot of them. In total there are 53 gravity generators that are propelling the ship forward when you turn them on. So it's quite a lot. So let's keep moving forward. Oh, by the way, I want to say this. The blue parts, those got painted when I painted the outside of the ship, because I wanted the outside of the ship to be blue. But you know, obviously I did not paint one block at a time. Okay, I was shift clicking, so it was painting like you know, a wider surface, and it ended up painting the inside of the ship. And now I'll show you. Let's say I want to paint that block right there. I can't, because there's a light, so I'd have to remove the light in order to paint that block. So look, I'm gonna leave it like that. You know, some parts are black, some parts are blue, and I'm leaving it just like that. The inside, in some parts, it looks pretty ridiculous because it's blue and black, and there's no reason for that to be blue and for that to be black, but I'm leaving it like that. I don't have the patience or the willpower to try and fix the inside of the ship and, you know, make it make sense. So if you download the ship, you love the ship, you love the outside, you want to keep the outside as is, but you want to change the inside, then that's up to you. But it's going to be a hell of a lot of work, so I'm choosing to live with it. The rest is up to you guys. So these are the artificial mass blocks that are used to push the ship forward. When these gravity generators are turned on, these turn on as well, and you're pushing the ship forward. Here, yeah, there's 4 reactors here. There's 6 more in the back of the ship. So as you can see, it really does look like a mechanical room. You can see pretty much all of the internal wiring in this room, but you know, there's more going through the ship that has been hidden, like the conveyors and stuff. And there's a bunch of gyroscopes that you're never going to see unless you start tearing up the walls. But you know, there's a lot that you can see here. So as I was, you know, adding gyroscopes, conveyors, and all that stuff, I decided to make this an actual mechanical room, keep everything exposed, and just build little bridges and, you know, places that you could walk around and see everything. I think it just looks cool. This is mostly for aesthetics, but I guess you guys could come and try to fix some things, add more conveyors if you want, add more gyroscopes if you want. That's going to be up to you. Here there's a refinery. There's another one on the other side over there, and there are assemblers attached to the refineries, and you can access them by any of the cargo containers. Everything, okay, every single thing in this ship is connected together using the conveyors. So you can access any of the cargo containers through here, but you can also access the refinery through a cargo container or through the connectors outside. So that was really important for me, that I wanted everything connected together, and I made it, so I'm glad about that. Oh yeah, I guess I could show you that. So I accessed the room from the hallway over there by entering, you know, the loading area, but right now I'm on top. And you don't need to use your jetpack to get here. There are stairs or like these things there that can take you up. And you can go all the way back from this upper floor here. So I entered the room from down there. There's another hallway underneath me right now. But right now I'm on the upper floor, and I can exit the room from here. So as you can see, I talked about that little passage here when I was down there. So if you want to go down, you can go back down over there and come back from the hallway underneath, or you can come up here. There's more windows here, so you can see the loading area, so you can see ships coming in and out. And you know, you do have a pretty good view. So as you can see, there's more LCD screens here that are going to help you find your way in the ship. So this is the way that I just come from. It says this way will lead you to the main mechanical room's upper floor. So that's where we were. This way will take you down to the docking platform, which is where we were. I'll show you right now. Come down these stairs and you're back into the docking platform. I'm sorry if the frame rate's not really good, but it's to be expected because of the size of the ship. But the lag is mostly caused by the lights everywhere, because this ship has over 1,000 lights, and yeah, that would be what's causing most of the frame rate loss. But you know, if you have my computer is about 5.5 years, maybe 6 years old. My GPU is a GeForce GTX 285, which is, you know, almost 6 years old. So if you have a better GPU than me, then you probably won't even lag while using this ship. But if your computer is as old as mine or older, then maybe you're not gonna want to download this ship, because you're gonna lag like hell. So anyway, we're gonna go back up here. there's another LCD screen here that says going up the stairs on each sides will take you to the storage areas, and then there's, you know, little arrows pointing towards each one of the stairs. So either way it works. Oh, and yeah, there's some passenger seats if you're in survival mode and you want to recharge your energy. You're gonna find passenger seats, you know, in many different areas of the ship, because the ship is really big. You don't want to have to go too far to find a place to recharge, so you can recharge here. And I guess I forgot to mention that there are med bays down there, so you can use those to recharge or heal yourself. These arrows are there, like if you're coming from all the way over there at the end of the hallway, and you can see the arrows pointing down, that means there are stairs here that you can use to go down. There's another arrow here, and then reactor room. I called it reactor room. It's just another mechanical room, but there are more reactors here, several gyroscopes, one gravity generator, and some batteries. So I'm just going to show you. It's not a big room, not as big as the other one, but 6 reactors, gravity generator right here, which is one of the main gravity generators that provides gravity throughout the ship. So this one takes care of, you know, from the middle to the back of the ship. There's another one in the hallway over there, much further, that takes care of the front part of the ship. And the rest is all gyroscopes. And once again, it's, you know, blue and black nonsense, but like I said earlier, that happened when I was painting the outside, and I don't have the patience to fix the inside, so it's gonna remain like that. And there are batteries on that wall here, but this is just like there's over 200 batteries in the entire ship. These are just a few of them. As you can see, there's batteries on the ceiling here all over the place. Now this LCD tells you, okay, emergency control room at the end of this hallway. So if you go all the way over there, there are some control stations that you can use to fly the ship, or look outside through the cameras, or you can use them to control the turrets outside of the ship manually. So it's an emergency control room. Called it emergency because it's a safer cockpit area, I guess you can call it, because there are no windows and you are better protected over there. And then going up the stairs will take you to both the front command room and main command room. Now of course I'm talking about stairs at the end of the hallway over there. As you can see, there are almost this hallway is covered in cargo containers, so like I cannot imagine a situation where you're gonna actually run out of room to store stuff and carry it around with this ship. It is called a hauler for a reason. You're never gonna run out of storage. And these are not it. Like what you can see right now, that's not all. Here there's a spot for your passengers, or if you turn on the gravity propulsion system and there are people working here in this hallway, then they want to find a seat as quickly as possible so that they don't get, you know, propelled in a wall somewhere. And it's really hard to walk around when the gravity drive is turned on, so you want to sit until the pilot says, okay, it's fine, everybody can get up, you know, normal gravity has been restored. And these are just there for aesthetics, pretty much. It's a programmable block. So if you are a programmer, you know how to make scripts that work with the game. You can use these programmable blocks to make those scripts and make the ship do some cool stuff. I'm not a programmer. I don't know how to use these things, and I don't download scripts that other people make either. So to me, I put them just for aesthetics because they look cool. They look like, you know, it could be an arcade machine, or, you know, something that passengers can use to pass the time, whatever. I just thought it looked good. But like I said, if you're a programmer, then there are already programmable blocks in the ship that you can use. Okay, so let's just keep going. As you can see there, the gravity generators I showed you earlier, there are 2 floors covered with them. There's this floor and the floor underneath that are covered with these things. You can see the upper floor from here, and actually I could access the bridge here by using my jetpack, but this is just like a little, you know, passageway. I'm not gonna use it now. The other gravity generator is right here. This one provides gravity, like, let's say from here all the way to the front of the ship. Here you have a total of 6 large cargo containers. So like I said, you're never ever gonna run out of storage space. And again, there's batteries all over the place, and the batteries are there just for the same reason as they were there for my deep space exploration ship. They are there to be used as a backup power source if you ever run out of uranium. But if you're smart and you're wise with your with the way you pilot, and you fill up the ship with enough uranium for your trip, and then you're probably not going to need the batteries, but they're there as a backup power source. And this would be the emergency control room that I was referring to. Now I've already set up this control station to hang on. I forgot. You can't, because that's a control station. There's no first-person view with it. There's only third-person view. But the hotbar is already set up with all of the cameras around the ship. So I'm going to show you the view that you get from the cameras. So one, that would be the camera in the front of the ship. It's just above the front cockpit. And then number 2 would be the one in the back of the ship. You can see the platform, the landing platform in the back of the ship, or the tail of the ship. And then 3 is one of the cameras I showed you in my previous video. You can see the inside of the landing platform in the middle. And if I zoom, you can see there's another camera on the opposite side. So let's say one of them gets destroyed or whatever, you can see from both angles. And then 5 is the one on top. I showed you that in the previous video as well. You can see the landing platform from a top view. Same thing on the other side. And then number 7, you can see again loading platform. You can see you know, towards the front of the ship. So it's just another angle of view that you can use if you want to. Same thing on the other side. And then camera 9, that is the top of the ship, looking towards the front of the ship again. So you can use these cameras to see if an unwanted ship is trying to dock on your ship. And these are all the cameras. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. So I'm going to press T to get out of the cameras, and then T again to get out of the control station. And then there's 2 more control stations that are not set up right now, and those are there if you have crew members that want to control turrets manually on the outside. There's 2 med bays in here as well, and passenger seats. So now we're gonna go up. There are no other stairs going up to the upper floors. This is the only one. As you can see, more batteries up here and more gyroscopes, and I left them exposed because I thought this looked amazing. This looks really, really cool. So now if you go up this way, as you can see, an LCD screen right here, front command room. So this would be the front cockpit, and the camera that aims at the front of the ship is right there above the cockpit. This is just, you know, I thought it looked good, and I used it to attach antennas as well, so I don't know. There isn't always a reason why I add stuff to a ship. I just thought it looked cool. And there's more LCD screens here, but right now they're not saying anything. They're just there because this is a command room. If there's anything that you want to put in there, then they're available for your use once you download the ship. I couldn't think of something to put in there. More passenger seats. Go down. Now, depending on the angle that you look at this from here, it's kind of hard to figure out that there's stairs right there going down. So that's why I put the arrow there. It's just to remind you, okay, you know, there's stairs here that you can go down from. But this is where we actually come from. We were down here a moment ago. So these stairs lead you to the front cockpit, and then at the end of the hallway you can see 2 arrows over there leading up, because from this angle it's not necessarily easy to determine that these are stairs over there. So and there are sound blocks like that throughout the ship. If you want to set up some different alarms for different situations, there are several sound blocks all over the ship. I'm only using one, and it's in the main command room, and it's I'll explain that when I get there. But there are several others that you can set up for your own needs. So there's an LCD screen here saying main command room, and there are arrows pointing up. Now obviously this is not the main command room. This is just, you know, you need to keep going up to get there. But here, more passenger seats and windows that can allow you to look outside. It's just stairs and windows here, nothing else. But you know, there's a little bit of empty space here that you can use to decorate. You can put whatever you want in here. And now we are in the main command room. So there's a med bay on each side, because you know, there's a staircase like this on the other side of that wall. Here there's an arrow and down to storage areas, because that's the next step. When you go down the stairs, you are pretty much in the storage areas. So these gravity generators are there so that you still have gravity in the command room when you turn on the gravity propulsion system. The main gravity generators, the ones that are providing gravity throughout the ship, they get turned off but these ones will remain turned on, and they only provide gravity inside the command room. They don't provide gravity anywhere else. There's an LCD screen here saying rear docking platform. I'll just show you. We were here in the previous video. I showed you I was, pretending to land on that platform and going up these stairs. So as you can see now, we entered the ship from down there, and we are now exiting the ship from back here. Oh, and the back camera is right over there. So this is the one that sees the rear docking platform, and you can also use that to see if you're being followed by, ships. Now this is the best view of, the entire ship. This is my favorite spot. I love this. So these timer blocks here, there's one there, and there's one there, and there's two of those programmable blocks as well. Once again, the programmable blocks are only there for aesthetics. The timer blocks, though, they are being used for the gravity drive. I'll explain how to use them in a bit. This gravity generator, same thing as the other side. They are splitting. This one provides gravity on this side, and this one provides gravity on the right side. Again, there's control stations here. They're only there for crew members to control turrets manually or look through the cameras and stuff like that. Mostly there for aesthetics, because this is a command room. You can replace them for modded ones if you want, if you have mods that you want to use in the ship. And several button panels here that are not, completely used. There's room for you guys to add your own buttons if you want, and there's an LCD screen describing what each button does. Now this one is used to start the gravity propulsion system, but it has a 20 seconds timer on it. So let's say you press the button right here, this activates a timer block on that side. This one, actually, the one I'm aiming at. This one will start an alarm and will activate a timer block on that side, which has a 20-second timer on it. After 20 seconds, the alarm stops and the gravity propulsion system is on, and the ship will start moving forward. But when the gravity propulsion system is on, gravity throughout the entire ship is turned off. The only gravity generators that are still turned on are the ones that are propelling the ship forward, and these two that are only providing gravity inside the ship. But I'll show you. It's going to take 20 seconds for the gravity drive to activate, and once it does activate, it's really hard to walk inside the ship, and I definitely recommend to be sitting when this thing is on. So this pretty much tells your entire crew, okay, the gravity drive is about to be turned on in 20 seconds. Find yourself a seat and stay in it. So we're gonna look at the platform over there, and now we are starting to move. And right now the ship's dampeners are turned on, and the gravity propulsion system is pushing through the thrusters that are trying to stop the ship. So that's how powerful it is. So now that it's actually, look, I'm walking right now and it's going so slow. I guess part of it might be the lag, but part of it is because the ship is moving and accelerating fast. So it's really hard to walk while the ship is being propelled forward like that. So this button right here stops the gravity propulsion system, and now the thrusters in the front will take care of stopping the ship. Now of course, if you were to turn the dampeners off, then the ship would just keep going forever at the speed that you stopped it. But of course, the gravity drive can also be controlled from the flight seat, and I'll show you that in a future video. We're just gonna wait until the ship is completely stopped. So yeah, the ship is really heavy, and it doesn't have as many thrusters, forward thrusters, as it has back thrusters, so it takes a while for it to stop depending on how fast you were going. But I think it's reasonable, and you know, it doesn't take that much practice to get the hang of it. You know, if you're getting close, you're going at top speed, you're getting close to your destination, start slowing down maybe 500 meters from the actual destination, and then, you know, if you stop before you've actually reached it, then you can just use the thrusters to get to it. So anyway, we're just gonna get out of that thing. So yeah, here you have button 1 that toggles battery recharge on and off. Batteries are on recharge by default. Turning it off will activate them to start using them. So right now all batteries are on recharge mode, and they're pretty much on standby mode because they are all fully recharged. So if you press the button 1, you are turning off recharge mode, which means that the batteries are going to start providing energy to the ship, and the ship will the order that uses energy is, first it takes whatever it can from the solar panels, then from the batteries, and then from the reactors. But recharging all of the batteries at once is very demanding, even on the reactors. So I recommend using them only as a backup power source and not as a main power source. Button 2 not assigned, as it says here. Buttons 2 and 4 not yet assigned. Button 3 closes all doors in the ship. So press that button right here, all the doors in the ship are closing. So before you start moving, it's a good idea to close all of the doors, because eventually soon the developers are going to add oxygen to the game. So I have built the ship with that in mind. So there are airlocks like these pretty much everywhere. And my father just sent me a message. Okay, so yeah, he wants to play the hunter, and I just told him I don't have time right now because I'm recording a video, and I apologize for that. So I don't have time to answer you right now. I'm sorry. Here, this button panel, button 1 toggles all lights outside on and off. So if I do this, all of the lights outside of the ship are getting turned off, which reduces the lag by quite a lot, so I'm going to leave them off for now. Button 2, all lights inside the ship. Button 3, the loading bay lights. Now, I was struggling to find a name because I have 2 landing platforms, one on the bottom of the ship, one in the back of the ship. I couldn't just, you know, I could have called them landing platform A, landing platform B, but anyway, One is a loading bay, the one in the middle, and the other one is landing platform lights. That's the one in the back over there. So those are just the flashing lights. I'll show you real quick. So those are the lights that you would turn on and off. It's up to you. I just put the option there. Me, I'm probably gonna leave them on all the time. And here you can turn alternates on, turn alternates off, and the other buttons are all, well, not yet assigned. So here, as I explained, this one turns on the gravity drive after 20 seconds. This one turns it off, but you need to wait until like the whole 20 seconds. If you try and turn it off after pressing that button, it won't work. Okay, for as long as the alarm is on, you can't turn anything off. Once the gravity drive is activated, which means that once this timer block threw the ball at this timer block and you're now working with this one, then you can turn it off using this button right here. And this is what all of this text here is saying. So now my father is waiting for me to reply to him, so I'm going to end this video here and record the next one later. I'm just gonna go and reply to my father, and you've seen pretty much everything inside the ship. That's what I wanted to show with this video. Hopefully you guys love the way this ship has been built. See you guys later.